right, boys and girls, here we are, week 8. We're on day 4. We're going to get right to it because I know my video is a little long today. So you're going to have your loose leaf piece of paper. You're going to need 2 of them today. One of them you're going to have Mr. V, it's going to be your name. And it's going to be week number 8 work. You're going to actually do work today independently. They're going to do 4 questions. So have that paper ready for yourself at the end. Let's set up your other paper. Again, you can pause me if you need to, but otherwise, guys, I'm going to get going. This is your name, week 8 videos, and then we're on lesson 3 still, okay? It looks very similar to what we did yesterday, but this is a whole separate page that I have in front of me. You're gonna bring both pages. Usually, if you have a stapler at home, I love them to be stapled in order. If not, I'll staple them and I'll organize for them for you, okay? So let's go to, in your PDF, it says the projection screen in a school auditorium is 5 times as long and 5 times as wide as the screen in the library. So you have a library and you have an auditorium. The screen in the library is 4 feet long with a perimeter of 14. What's the perimeter of the screen in the auditorium? So we're going to do a little break in the action here. So we're going to do 2 sides to this. Let's go ahead and put question number 1. So I'm going to put L for library, and I'm going to put A over here for auditorium. So we're going to do library, and then we're going to do auditorium. So if you're in the library, you're thinking it's not going to be as big, and the auditorium, our projection screen is quite large. So it says a projection screen in the school auditorium is 5 times as long and 5 times as wide. Well, we don't know how big it is even in the library. So we'll come back to you, auditorium. We'll save you for left. We'll put it on the left or the right side of the back of your brain. We'll come back to it, kind of like our 2-step word problems that we did last week. So we'll come back to that. Let's do the library first. It says the screen in the library is 4 feet long with a perimeter of 14. So let's go ahead and put in our, what we know. So it says the screen in the library is 4 feet long. So I'm going to put L equals 4. My length is 4. And then it says my width, we don't know. We got to find that out first. But I do know my perimeter. My perimeter equals 14. So I'm going to fill in my things that are known. So perimeter equals length 1. Yes, you have to write the formula down. Plus width 2. So I know perimeter. Perimeter is, oops, I'm doing that for auditorium. Mr. B. I'm just going to switch my letters. Sorry. If you guys put it where you're doing it same with me, we'll just switch our letters around. Sorry. We're doing the library first. So perimeter is 14. So we have 4 plus 2 unknowns plus width 1 and width 2. And we know those 2 numbers are going to be the same. Okay? So whatever we have for those 2 numbers is going to be the same number. So we're going to add these 2 up. 4 and 4 gives me 8. Okay, now I'm going to stop right here because this is the first time that we have done this since one of the videos we did in class. So we are given the perimeter here. This one's a little harder to do. So now I have to find out how much perimeter I have left to split between these 2. So let me just say that again. My perimeter is 14, meaning all the way around is 14. I know that this and this is 4, so 4 and 4 is 8. So now I need to take the difference between 14 and 8, which means I need to subtract 14 and 8. So I'm going to subtract 14 from 8. Little did you know that you were doing something called algebra. That gives me 6. So 6 equals 2 numbers. And remember, whatever we put for those 2 numbers, it has to be the same number. So basically take this number and divide it by 2. So that will give me 3. So let's see if that would make sense. 4, 4 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 3 is 7, 4 and 3 is 7, 7 and 7 gives me 14. Okay? So we've done a couple of those. We did a couple in class where you are given the perimeter and you have to find the unknown. So my width is 3. So there's the first part there I needed to find. That is a long step just to find that that is just 3. So now let's go back to the auditorium. The auditorium, if you remember, it says it's 5 times as long and 5 times as wide. So I'm going to make my auditorium much larger. Again, I'm going to make my length a little bigger than my width because that's going to be bigger. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to fill in my W is 3. So I'm just in my head, mental math, times 5 gives me 20. So my length up here is 20. Now I go ahead for my width. I'm going to multiply that by 5 as well. That is 15. So now I'm going to go down to the side here and figure out, they want to know the perimeter. Equals length 1 plus length 2 plus width 1 plus width 2. Okay, so perimeter equals 20. Whoops, no, Mr. V, you don't know the perimeter. Sorry, got ahead of myself. 20 is one side, 20 is the other. You've got a 15, and you got a 15. Gotta know your doubles here. That's 40, that's 30. Perimeter equals 70 feet.
Good morning. Any support staff need to come down and confirm what your hours that you need to work today?
Okay.
Please step down.
So there we go. There's our first question. Now we're going to go to the second question. I'm about halfway through with my paper, which is perfectly fine. We're going to try to fit in as much as we can, guys, for these two. Notice we have just 4 that we're going to be doing. Number 2 is a little lengthier here. So before we get started with number 2, I'm going to show you my model here. I'm going to zoom out my screen so you guys can see this a little better on your end. Okay, so I have a tent ready for us, and I have an air mattress. This is what we call an overlap question, which means we're going to take an area of one big item, we're going to take an area of a smaller item, and when they're on top of each other, we're going to find out the difference, how much is left over for the other side. Okay, so this would fall into a real application of, say, your room. Say your room is 100 square feet, which is only 10 by 10. It's not a huge room, but it's 10 by 10. And let's say your bed is 5 by 4. Your bed is 20 square feet, 5 times 4. So that means 100 square feet minus the 20 square feet means you have 80 square feet to, you know, do whatever you do in your room. Obviously, this is what you do in your room, or jumping jacks. You probably have a dresser there too to obviously put your clothes in, okay? So this is a real-life application problem that people use all the time. You talk about how many square feet you have to work with, okay? So we're gonna have a tent and we're gonna have an air mattress. So we do this in class and it's really cool, and I put tape on the floor and I pretend that you're in the tent. So this is a little more difficult to do via this device here. So we'll come back in class and I'll kind of show you an overlap lesson once we do a little bit more of these. So this is the first time we've ever done this one. So here we go. We have the width of David's tent. I have a tent here for you. Let me make sure that's nice square so you can see that. It says the width of David's tent is 5 feet and the length is twice the width. So notice I just went ahead and did that math. 5 times 2 gives me 10. So his tent is 10 by 5 feet. 10 feet long, 5 feet wide. Okay? Then it says his rectangular air mattress, which I'm going to have right here, I'm going to put on the screen, is 3 by 5 feet. So an air mattress you sleep on, you're going to blow it up, he's going to sleep in it. He puts the air mattress in the tent. So we're going to put this in the tent. It's going to go on top of the tent somewhere. How many square feet of floor space will be available for the rest of his things? So again, this is the cool thing. Your tent, your air mattress can go here, right? He can put it wherever he wants. But he knows once he blows up that air mattress, he's not going to be able to have room to, you know, do a lot in there. So this is pretty much to scale to, guys. I did make this one side twice as long as the other. And I made this one 3, I made this 6 a little bigger. My 6 feet tent, so we can't put his tent here, or his air mattress here, can't put it going the long way, okay? It would be nice if he could, but he has a very long air mattress, and it's only 5 feet, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that on our paper. So it's difficult for you to see when you draw that on paper because you don't have that. So this is gonna be our tent. We're gonna find the area of that, and then we're gonna find the area of the air mattress. And what we're looking for, boys and girls, is this area in here. How much does he have left over to, you know, do other things when he's in his tent out camping, okay? So let's go back to that question, and let's set it up like so. This is an overlap question. I'm gonna zoom back in here so you guys can see. So his tent is gonna be on one side, and his tent, if you remember, whoops. Is 10 by 5 feet. So I'm going to go off to the side over here and I'm going to find out the area of his tent. So his tent area is going to be area equals length times width. Area equals 10 times 5. So the area, he's got 50 square feet to work with. And this time I'm just going to put square feet. He's got 50 square feet for him to do whatever he wants in there, all right? But now he's gonna throw in his air mattress. So I'm gonna throw in his air mattress. I'm gonna go about this size with it, guys. I'm gonna try to make it 6, which means it's not as, a little past halfway. 3, it's a little past this way. I'm gonna put air mattress. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find the area for the air mattress. So area would be length times width. Area, if you remember, his air mattress was 6 by 3. Area gives me 18 square feet. So now what do I do? There's my first 2 steps. I had to find the area of the tent. So I'm going to hold this up. I had to find the area of the tent. Then I had to find the area of the square, the mattress there, so in square feet. So now we're looking for the leftover stuff here. So see how this is why it's called overlapping. See how this is kind of blocking this right here? So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the overlap, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and find overlap by finding the difference between those 2 numbers. So that would be 50 minus 18. And I believe you guys will have an overlap question to do on your own, giving him 32 square feet to romp around and do whatever he wants in his tent. Okay? All right, let's flip it over. The other ones are a little quicker, guys. That was the longest question. I'm on question 3. So question 3 says, Jackson's bedroom has an area of 90 square feet. The area of his bedroom is, love that word, is 9 times that of his closet. If the closet is 2 feet wide, what's the length? Let's not worry about the closet's length and width now. We got to find out the first step. So his bedroom is 90. His bedroom is, you guys love that word, right? His bedroom is 9 times the size of his closet. That's pretty easy. 10, right? So he's got an area of 10 for his closet. So closet has an area of 10. So this would have been the area of his room. That is 9 times as much as his closet. So his closet is simply 10 square feet. It's not a big closet. So you're gonna go ahead to our closet and it says it is 2 feet wide. And then we need to know what is, whoops, I messed those up there, length and width. It's okay, we'll just go 2 here and put our W here. So that would be area equals length times width. So that would equal 10 equals 2 times blank. And that will give me my length, which would be 5 feet equals my length. Okay? All right, same thing here. We're gonna go back to the next question. Very similar to the one we just did. I know I'm approaching 15 minutes here. We'll get this one done. This one's pretty easy. The length of a rectangular deck is 4 times its width. The deck's perimeter is 30. What is the deck's area? So the length of the rectangular deck is 4 times let's go ahead and set this up. So the length of the rectangular deck, the length is 4 times the size. Let's go back to labeling my length and widths the way they've been doing them. Okay? So now this is a unknown question here. This is a difficult question to find out what it is. I like to do a little guess and check here. So it is 4 times as long. So that means whatever this is going to have to be times 4. So I'm going to start with 1. Let's say if this is 1. So if this is 1, this would be 2, 3, 4. So now let's see, does this add up to 30? Because that's what we want. We want the perimeter to equal 30. So let's do mental math together. 1 plus 4, 5. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 and 5, 10. Not making it. So let's not do 1. Let's try 2. Let's do our doubles. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this would be 8. Let's try 2 and 8. 2 and 8 give me 10. 2 and 8 give me 10. 10 and 10 give me 20. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to my 30. Still not accurate. So what comes after 2? I think we're going to get it, guys. 3. Again, let's multiply that by 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. Jackpot. 3 plus 12, 15. 3 plus 12, 15. 15 plus 15, 30. Therefore, giving my answer of 3 by 12. All right, guys, a little past 15 minutes. Good work. You guys have 4 questions to do independently. They model, we have an exit ticket that we're skipping. So let's skip that exit ticket. There is one question that we didn't do, but go scroll down. It says day 4U, questions 1 through 4. The second question is an overlap question that is very similar. The 4th question is very similar to the one we just did. So if you need to go back and rewatch that video to do that, you can. Take care.